Welcome, Sojourners. You have found yourself a cozy place here at Sojourners Awake. I'm Jonathan, and I want to skip right into the show. Enjoy this special Mother's Day episode from Sojourners Awake. Share it with someone you love today. And so for now, our story continues. So, as you were walking through the courtyard, you see a very familiar monk walk into the Orange Blossom Gymnasium, and he is gone from your sight.
I stop in my tracks, hyperventilate a little bit, and go in a different direction.
Okay, roll a d4.
2.
2. In your panic, you walk towards the gymnasium. It is also in the same direction as the temple, the Helping Hands workshop, and the destroyed temple.
Do we know which temple we're supposed to be taking Alostra to?
John panics.
So not the blown up one.
Well,
Hold on.
meanwhile, Samoon is just talking to Alasha. And over there is the Bald Top Brew. And over there is the Pilgrim's Rest where we will be staying. And I recommend the Bald Top Brew, but the last time I was there, the soup was not very good. I got a very bad tummy ache and had to go to the healing house, which is actually right over there. So if you ever have any needs, that's where you need to go. And he's just kind of pointing
Why
things out
don't
there.
you guys take Alostra and I'll just go back to my room?
I was about to say, Samoon, you could get a job here as a tour guide. You seem to know quite a bit about this place, and I mean, that crankshaft man, he seemed kind of quiet and a little drugged, to be honest, but you told a riveting story. Had he been awake for most of it, I'm sure he would have asked for more.
Yeah, Samoon, then you could stay here.
Oh no, I just like to know my surroundings so I know how to move about easily.
Crankshaft mentioned to you the Temple of Danish, of script, writing, the quill. This is where most of the students pay reverence to the god of script and writing. And indeed, it is one of the larger temples. You can see that it is quite hollow in the atrium. The doorway is enormous, 24 feet tall. It's wide open. In fact, there's a sign there that says, "For the writer, the doors are never closed. All may enter and receive inspiration."
You think we'll find Malil there too?
What came first, writing or poetry?
Poetry.
Then I guess he would be the better of them. So perhaps he could be.
Just
You
don't say
talk-
that.
Yeah, you talk pretty bold against gods, don't you?
Oh no, I mean no disrespect. I'm just saying, if a verbal action came before a written action, would not the verbal action take the precedence?
I thought poetry was writing.
Well, but you get poetry and songs started verbal, and the written language came later.
Oh.
Right. So anyway, what were we talking about?
You guys are gonna take Alostra to the temple, and I'm gonna go maybe somewhere else.
So I do not mention Malil at the temple.
I mean,
Got
you
it.
can. Oh no, if Malil's at the temple, I have to be there.
I know,
Where
I'll
were we
protect
supposed
you.
to? Where were we
We're
supposed to
being
meet the
scared.
god of this Prince of Autumn? Was he supposed to meet us somewhere?
I think he's gonna find us.
Green Swan is still tailing you, Triyina.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to go hide in my room if Malil's at the temple. But I also don't want to walk towards the Orange Blossom Gymnasium.
You are very close right now.
Yeah, I know.
Not knowing Trina's thoughts, Samin's just gonna say, "Oh look, there is a place we can work out if we want to later. We endured a lot of fighting. You know, we can work on some getting bigger."
Despite myself,
Go ahead.
I go to want to hurry past the door, but I pause and I want to look in the window and see if I can spy Aramonte.
Make a perception check.
6.
Triyina, you look in through the Orange Blossom Gymnasium and you see students training on balancing beams and barbells and ropes and all kinds of strange mechanics used to stretch and push the body to its limits. You don't see any plants inside, you don't see any creatures, you don't see any children, you don't see anything that resembles Iramonte.
I'm gonna sigh and then I'm gonna move on quickly and just keep telling myself, they don't know what I look like. They don't know what I look like.
Welcome, Sojourners. You have found yourself a cozy place here at Sojourners Awake. I'm Jonathan, and this is our production of The Fairy and the Free. And if you haven't noticed, this is also in the same timeline of The Bookish and the Brave, for indeed that monk Triyina saw go into the Orange Blossom Gymnasium was none other than Vaughn. And the gnome that Triyina previously saw in the last episode was none other than Hawkins. Who knows where Sterling and Ascenditon is, and as a dungeon master it has been my pleasure to mix up both of these stories in the wonderful world of Bonzaral and Baldtop Library. I hope you are enjoying them as well. It has been quite the feat of gymnastics to make sure the timelines and the events and the details all line up, but I've had gracious players who helped me along the way in building the world collaboratively. And that's the power of playing tabletop role-playing games. The art of using your own creativity and spirituality to play games of imaginations with your friends. If you need articles for inspiration on playing your very own Dungeons & Dragons games, you can visit www.sojournersawake.com. Or you can continue to sojourn with us by following along the podcast, leaving a rating and review on your favorite podcasting platform. Thanks again for listening, as we broke 5,000 listens this month. So wherever you are, and however you choose to sojourn with us. So for now, our story continues. Very tall, chiseled man comes running up and says, hold on. How can I help you today? You look like you're looking for some training. He's fixed on you, Triyina. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Sigurd. I own this building. It's my Orange Bottom Gymnasium. Would you perhaps be interested in joining in training here?
No, thank you. We're taking our friend to the temple. And I point to Lustra.
Okay. Bertie kind of just steps right in front of Triyina and is like, well, I mean, I always can train and my muscles are big, but they could always be bigger. And maybe this is a place where I can stay and work out for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure that's great.
You definitely want... Actually, she could teach classes in this gymnasium. Bertie Cartwright is a legend.
We have plenty of classes and teachers. I am one of the teachers, of course, and perhaps just take your friend to the temple. That's fine. It was just an offer, of course. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Good to meet you, sir.
Yes. Sigurd walks into the gymnasium.
What a strange encounter. Do I look like someone who wants to work out? I'm dressed in very nice clothing.
He probably just thought you were pretty.
Ugh, men, probably.
Alastra stands there.
Let's just go on to the temple, I guess. And Bertie, you can come back later and show that man a thing or two.
Yeah, I think I will.
Yeah, I think he didn't think that you could do anything.
I think he was hoping something else would work out.
That's what we get for hoping and wishing. Come on, Alastra, let's go.
Inside the Temple of Danish, you see students sprawled out on the ground as if they are having cataclysmic seizures. Books and papers are everywhere. They're beating their heads on the floor, screaming out loud, performing all kinds of bizarre rituals. Okay,
What?
this is weird. short, stubby woman waddles over to you with big curly hair and rosy cheeks. Hello, welcome to the Temple of Danish. Are you looking to write or be inspired?
We're actually looking. Our friend here, Elastra, is coming to stay in Baldtop as a pilgrim, but there's no room for her at the Pilgrim's Rest. We were wondering if you had room that she could stay in here, maybe in exchange for a little bit of work.
Ah. And what sort of work would be appropriate?
Look to Elastra to speak for herself.
Alastra looks back at you to speak for her.
Well, she paints beautifully. Oh, go ahead, Samoon. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say she is an amazing artist, and she paints the sunshine and the sky, and she's from Skyworld, so
Isn't
she could
that
teach
nice?
classes.
I'm sure we could have some kind of class set up for her. That'll be just fine. Come along, dearie.
But I have a quick question.
Oh, aren't you full of questions? Yes, what would you have for me today?
What are they doing?
The students?
Yes. Are they okay? They do not look well.
Oh, they are just trying every which way to gain inspiration for writing. Don't worry, it'll change next week. One day they sit in silence, the next day they, writhe on the floor. The next day they dance around. It just depends on what the trends are.
Why don't they just go take a walk?
They've tried that before, too. There's also a tree outside that they covet to sit under. Danish is wonderful in teaching us how to write, but very sporadic, very eccentric. And it is quite the conundrum to discover the routes of his inspiration.
Well, if they are okay.
Oh, they're just fine, just being kids, you know.
Okay.
Are you
He's
a
just gonna-
writer?
No. But I did write my name on this guy's book at the gate.
Oh,
asked
good
for
for
it.
you.
He called it an autograph.
Oh, an autograph. Aren't you famous?
Well, he says that I am. But I know that Bertie is here.
I know that this is the temple to Danish, but does Melilla ever stop by?
Oh, yes, all the time. A Danish will be here, hopefully tonight to give us the new trend.
And Melil?
He stops in from time to time, but it's hard to know. He could be here now. You know, his disguises and everything.
Right. Well, I assume he'll find us, but if you see him before we do, could you let him know that Triyina, Bertie, and Samoon are looking for him?
Triyina?
Bertie?
Hold on, let me write that down. She writes, scrolling upon the wall, Triyina, Bertie, Samoon is looking for Melil. Period.
Is that something that everybody can see?
Yes.
Triyina just looks at her name on the wall and just like, thanks.
You're welcome.
Now
Do you have
people
any more?
know
Well,
that I was here.
Miss Henfolk, why don't you take a turn and ask a question since your friends have already asked one? And then I can ask your giant friend a question. She can ask a question along the way to her quarters.
I mean, I don't really have any questions. I'm more thinking about the gym and going to work out. So
more brawn than brains, are you?
I am smart enough. I think I always can work out, but I think I've reached my peak intelligence.
Isn't that nice?
Well,
It is nice.
Thank you, I guess.
You're welcome.
Elastra, are you gonna be okay here?
I think I'll be okay. Artist types tend to be this way.
Yeah. You
Comes
know,
with
I've
the
done some
territory.
weird things for inspiration in the past too. But not this. You know, we might catch you for dinner later at the Baldtop Brew. They have all outdoor seating. We can sit with you.
That'd be nice. Give me an excuse to leave if I have to.
Definitely.
Come
We'll be-
along, giant woman. Let's go find you a job.
How rude.
The small woman grabs Elastra by the hand, pulls her expectingly away. Elastra takes one last look at you, and then waves and smiles.
Samoon just has an abrupt thought and just yells out, "Don't only look for inspiration, but be one!"
At that, all the students stop writhing. They sit up. One of them looks to you and writes that down.
I think she is going to be just fine here.
Outside,
How about this bird?
Yeah, outside in the court of air. Frisia is tailing you. You see under the student's tree, a very familiar god playing the guitar. He waves you over. And sitting beside him is a very handsome, fey-looking man. The tree is uncharacteristically blossoming orange, red, brown leaves. Very suspicious for this time of year.
Stop in my tracks and stare. And then kind of hit Samoon in the chest like, hey! Oh, this was so easy. Come on, let's go.
What? Where are we going? Oh, is that Malit over there?
Yes, and the Prince of Autumn. Let's go. And I'm going to hurry across the courtyard.
Prince of Autumn stands up and just squats to the ground and extends his arms, and Frisia comes waddling over and wraps its large swan neck around the Prince of Autumn and Twilight. And they exchange an embrace, and he says, "I'm sorry, I'll never ever get drunk again. I'll never ever leave you. And I'll never go to Skyworld." They are caught up in the rapture of the moment for a minute, and Malil sets his guitar down and says, "I'll be. Y'all did it. And you're back. And you got a giant in tow. You did it all right. Have to say, I didn't think you'd make it."
What?
It's dangerous out there and everything, and it's a long fall if you fall in Skyworld.
So why'd you send us if you didn't think we could do it?
Well, you said yes.
Oh, marvelous.
Good to have you back.
Thank you.
Well, it is good to be back.
What are you mortals up to?
Samoon's getting ready to recount the entire story of their adventure. He's like, well...
We just came back from Baldtop. The Prince of Autumn said he wanted to meet us here. It's been a long, harrowing adventure. I'm sure Cartwright told you the first part up to Luminous, and...
Oh, Cartwright. I gotta go get him. Forgot about that.
Did you?
No, nothing wrong and everything, but I was just supposed to rendezvous with him. We got plans and everything. If you don't need me, I'm gonna head on out, and I'm sure the prince probably owes y'all a favor or two or anything. He mentioned it to me.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to him. If you're in a hurry, I guess that's all right.
Do you insist he stay?
I don't think so. Does anybody else want to insist he stays?
You seem to be a busy guy, Malil, but we were happy to take care of this request for you. If you have any more in the future, you know where to find us.
For sure. Heroes of Baldtop.
Yeah. Baldtop.
Prince of Autumn stands up, gently petting the head of Frisia. Well, Triyina, I presume? And he looks at Bertie.
No, I'm not. That's Trina's over there.
Triyina, hi. Prince of Autumn and Twilight. Pleasure to meet you.
Triyina is uncharacteristically very bashful, and she takes his hand and looks down.
Oh, please, we're out of the court. No need for formalities. And he gives you a big hug. In fact, everyone! And he pulls Bertie and Samoon close. This is a wonderful day. So, spare me the dirty details and everything, but you actually did it. You rescued my Frisia. I'm forever grateful, and if I remember, you and me, we had a dream together.
Yeah.
That was okay.
We had a conversation.
Samoon's gonna lean over to Bertie and just kind of, yeah, who's got the friend now?
Seems like everybody's finding friends these days.
I deserved that.
Yeah, so
I...
what's the... You go ahead. You go ahead.
You know that someone's looking for me.
Yeah.
I was hoping to have a reason to not be found anymore. And I know that you have the power to, well, I guess buy me out of my service to her, is what I was hoping.
He looks at Samoon and Bertie. We don't say buy out anymore. It's a court service, like a courtship where you would join our courts.
Yeah, that's might be how it's done now.
At least that is in my court. The answer is yes. You've made my life better. There was someone else too, I think. Your daughter?
I would have to get her first. She's look back at the orange blossom. She's with her father.
Okay. Did we talk about him too?
No, he can stay.
Okay.
I don't want anything to do with him.
Okay.
It was a kind of a means to an end sort of a thing. Look, it was really lonely in exile. It was just me and the trees, and, well, they don't talk all the time.
Yeah, I know.
And and Triyina starts kind of getting a little emotional. You know, I was just born there. You didn't get a choice to join. When you don't know who your parents are, they're members of the court, and they just raise you as one of the court fledglings, and I don't think I ever got a choice, and I'd like to have a choice to make my own decision. And I'd like that for Aramonte as well. Which means I need to go find her and talk to her and see what she wants.
Well, listen, I'm more than happy to take both of you. It's not a bad place to live. I mean, now, as far as accommodations, working in the court, my court is very expansive, so you'd be living with Bayor, the hunter. He's in need of a milkmaid to take care of his goats, his cows, just to tend everything, and take care of his bees. So I don't know how you are on being a dairy farmer or a bee farmer, but honey and milk is kind of the sustenance of Dreamland. So that's where I would have you live. It's a wonderful place. Bayor is a fantastic hunter, kind and gentle, doesn't say much at all. Mm-hmm. So you won't be interacting with him too much, but I do want you to know where you'd be living.
It's clear that Triyina does not look excited about this prospect, and she's got her lyre hanging off of her belt, and she had served as a musician before, but she just looks back to the orange blossom where she assumes Aramonte is, and yeah, whatever, whatever.
Let me ask you something, Triyina. I mean, you speak about having a choice and everything, at the expense of losing, quite honestly, a wonderful fey creature as yourself. Is this what you really want? You won't hurt my feelings.
Her eyes start to well up a little bit with tears, and she just says, I just want to be free. I don't care where that takes me anymore.
Well, why are you so beholding to the Queen of Air and Darkness?
She looks afraid and says nothing.
I mean, she could show up here any time.
She looks even more scared. Looks over her shoulder.
I mean, you understand the way the courts are working is, I'm assuming something had to have happened in order for you to have this great a bond.
I told you, I didn't get a choice. I don't know who my mom or my dad are. They just had me at court and raised me as one of hers, and she doesn't let go what's hers. Especially if...
No, yeah. She's got an icy grip. I mean, I can't say anything for myself. Half the time I forget who's in my court and who's out of my court. I might invite you in today and then forget I had you there and greet you as a stranger. we all run our courts differently.
You know, if you've done something that maybe made her look bad, she can't just let you go because then she looks worse.
He looks over to Bertie and to Samoon for a little commiseration at this point.
I mean, sounds bad. I mean, whatever you did, I'm sure.
I didn't do anything. It wasn't my fault. She just took it that way.
Well, I've done a lot of accidents too. That made me look bad.
Yeah, that's all it was an accident. It wasn't supposed to happen. It's not my fault that it happened. He started it.
Wait, who's he? I'm lost.
Men.
Prince of Autumn and Twilight has got his hands up on his chin.
Okay, fine. If you must know.
I love a good tragedy.
She starts crying when you say that. Puts her hand. Takes a few minutes before she can, like, console herself.
Autumn leaves begin falling all around you.
And Triyina, sniveling, looks up and says, you know, you don't have anything that's your own when you serve her. And then, well, he came along and he was so kind and sweet, and I know he was immortal, but, you know, I thought that we were in love, and he told me that he was gonna take me away from the court and we were gonna be happy, and then, well, he was kind of already committed to the Queen of Air and Darkness, and she found out and put a stop to it, and then she banished me, and he didn't come for me. He said he was gonna come for me, and it would be okay, but I've been in that tree for I don't even know how many years, and he never came. And he's still there, and he didn't care. And it's not my fault. I didn't seek after him first. He came to me. He told me he loved me.
Is this your baby daddy?
No, that was the monk in the gym. I don't care about him.
Oh.
It honestly might not have been fair the way I treated him, but I was just alone for so long. And we're not allowed to procreate unless we're told that we are allowed to. And I just wanted something that was mine. Something that was all mine and just for me and understood me. And I kept, you know, feeding all those people to the wolves. And I thought, well, maybe this one time I'll get something for it. And so that's what I did. And he didn't have to kiss me. You know, I didn't make him do anything he didn't want to do. I maybe just sped things along with a little bit of my magic. But he did it on his own. It was consent. And then I had that creates from a Dryad's Kiss Aramonte, and then she wasn't safe anymore because I got sent to Bald Top, and I couldn't hide her here. And so that's why we took her to Vaughn's room. His name is Vaughn.
He is one of the bookends that is here?
Yeah, he's the one whose room we destroyed.
I remember that.
And by destroyed, his room destroyed itself because of his dumb security. We didn't
That's
do it.
right.
It wasn't our fault.
That's true. The dog came out at me, and then I jumped out onto the bed, and then I saw that weird owl thing.
What weird owl thing?
Oh,
Wait.
it's just something outside the window that saw me, and then it like went away very fast.
You were seen? Was I seen? Oh no.
I don't know.
Did I know what I look like?
It was flying there in the window.
Oh my gosh.
This is getting better and better with each passing moment. Are you sure you don't want to join my court? You're just rife with drama.
Would love to join your court. I just need to talk to my daughter first and see if she wants to come with me, and then I have to decide, because I thought leaving her behind would be easy because it was what was best for her, but it wasn't easy, and I miss her.
He just puts his hands on your cheeks. Go to her.
Yeah, I can't. John. Oh gosh.
Hallmark movie right here.
Oh my gosh.
in
The
session.
CW drama. Sorry. Well, I can't right now because I think she's with her father and I don't want to see him.
Can't you call her?
I suppose I could try. I just don't know how well.
I mean, I could go kidnap her. I mean, I'm not. I don't have a problem with that.
That's true. Bertie and I can both go look for her. How hard could it be to find a walking plant?
She's walking? Do you think she's walking by now? She probably is walking by now. We've been gone for so long and they grow so fast. Okay, yeah, we just need to find her wherever she is and talk to her. Because I'm sure she'll want to come with me.
Bertie and Samoon, as you begin to seek out Aramonte, where would you go first?
Well, I'm gonna go to the gym.
Okay. Outside the Orange Blossom Gymnasium, you recognize, for the winter winds are beginning to pick up and carry on the wind the scent of the orange blossoms. Inside, the participation has dwindled somewhat as the sun is now set, and the gymnasium stands open before you. Sigurd is still working out there, and he is in a very precarious plank, and you can see him just counting the seconds. When he sees you approaching, he says, 736, 737, 738.
I'm gonna go sit on him.
Oh! All right, I was just about done. So, you're back, huh? Your friend find something artistic to do here at Balltop?
I mean, I think so. I mean,
Yeah,
who
that's
knows
good.
what she's
Good
gonna
for
do?
her. Yeah, for sure. So, how are you? He introduces himself. I am Sigurd. Nice to meet you. Shakes your hand, Samoon.
Hello, Mr. Sigurd. But this is my friend Bertie, and I think she's interested in using the gym right now.
Yeah, of course. That'd be good. Hello, Bertie. I am Sigurd. Nice to meet you.
And she like squeezes his hand super tight. Kind of digs her thumb into his, into the back of his hand.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, the gymnasium is plenty for yours to use. I'm assuming you are pilgrims here. And that's fine. Anything in particular you're looking for?
Well, I'm looking for a walking flower to start, but really, I think there's a man,
Flower.
a bookend that the bookends go work out here.
Yes, of course. Well, one in particular, the bookends, Vaughn. He has a bookend here. Sterling, not so much, and Hawkins, he's a little more diminutive and spends his time elsewhere. But yes, yeah, he's not here right now.
Oh.
There's a sudden growl in Samoon's stomach, and he just leans over. Hey, Bertie, do you want to look for Aramonte here? I think I want to go to the Balltop Brew and get something to eat real quick.
Well, he just said that our guy isn't here, so we're gonna go. Sure, I'm hungry. I can always eat.
Oh, I don't want to rush this. I was just saying that's something that my stomach is saying that it wants.
Well, carb loading is always good before working out.
Good to know. Would you agree to that, Mr. Sigurd?
No, I would not. But if you're looking for the walking flower, a couple of the students, they're willing to trade. You can also purchase some at the House of Healing.
I don't. Well, you see, the walking flower that we are looking for is not one that you simply purchase, but
Oh, you're looking for the black market stuff.
Well,
I mean, I enjoy a good black market any day, but no, I don't think that's what we're looking for.
Of course, he winks at you. Enjoy your meal at the Balltop Brew.
hey, Bertie, perhaps we can come back after we do the carbo load.
Oh, okay.
I think I saw some cool equipment in there that I would like to give a try.
That sounds great.
Yes.
Walking to the Balltop Brew. Make an perception check, the both of you.
First roll, nat 20.
Now you notice, as you are looking for plants, you've watched every single plant and shrub that is carefully manicured here, and some are grown wildly near the garden. One of them begins walking against the grain, moving across the courtyard. You are the only person who notices this.
No, I had an 18.
Yes, Bertie, you notice as well.
Okay.
Bertie, look, do you see the grass over there?
Yeah.
That one looks like it's not flowing in the wind like the other ones. What do you think about that?
I think we should go kidnap it. I mean, it's probably the flower.
I mean, that makes sense to me. The
Both of
Vault
you.
of Brew can wait.
Roll initiative checks. 15 is the number to beat.
I rolled a 16. Nope. Yes, 8 and 8. 16.
I rolled an 18.
Samoon and Bertie, you take off towards Aramonte. She is unsuspecting of your pursuit.
Meanwhile, I am telling the Prince of Autumn my entire life story in great personal detail. Just sobbing.
He's got one arm around you and he's just comforting you and it's okay. That's so sad.
And now I have to be a milkmaid. A milkmaid. They taught me how to kill people and make music because musicians make great assassins. And I have to milk. I mean, I love goats and I love honeybees and they're such good friends, but a milkmaid, I feel, I'm sorry.
I just think that that's the best way to continue where you're going. I mean, assassin working in this queen's court, gets caught, goes into exile. It always has like this musical streak and then has to go into like hiding as a milkmaid, right? And we could keep it a secret. Heck, someone asks me tomorrow where you are, I will forget.
I know you will. She's not gonna be mad, are you? Isn't she gonna come out?
She's always mad. She's always mad. Every time we get together, she's complaining about something.
Oh, that sounds correct.
She hasn't found you yet.
Well, I've been in Skyworld, and they say that you can't be scryed on there, but I expect... Well, I'm kind of surprised she hasn't turned everyone to ice yet to yell at me. It's been a while since I've checked in, and I don't know what I'm gonna tell her.
Montserrat has changed. I mean, even I couldn't come here without some sort of regulation, and I don't feel as powerful as I used to. I'll tell you that. I don't mind. I'll diminish all the way until I'm a little boggle walking through the swamp. I don't care admitting my powers have weakened. Quite possible hers have too. But you still should come live with me.
Yeah, I think that's my best option right now. I have to finish some business here. Hopefully they find Aramonte soon.
You're sitting under the tree. At this point, you see Samoon and Bertie tearing off through the courtyard, chasing after a plant.
Oh no.
It is exactly how you remember Aramonte, only taller. More beautiful. Long petals like hair descending down her shoulders, her skinny, slender, vine-like body wriggling through the courtyard in the darkness and the gray of twilight, ever so stealthily. Such an intelligent move, walking across the courtyard while everyone's eyes adjust to the night and the glowing lamps.
That's her. That's her. I'm gonna get up and start going, making a beeline towards her as well.
Make your initiative check.
I don't think I'll get there before.
Yeah, you're going to do so with disadvantage. That's just to represent how far back you are.
Well, that was a 5, and that was a 4. And
You'll be the last to get there.
4 is 8. That's appropriate.
You're the last to get there. However, Samoon and Bertie, you are catching up to Aramonte and apprehended her.
Okay, just be gentle.
Hey, wait. What was her name? Aramonte. Wait.
She drops everything that was in her pockets, keys and coins, a small little book, and a protein bar. I swear, it just hopped into my pocket. You can have it back. It's okay.
Oh, well, this is not my stuff, but no. We are not here to hurt you, but we are here to help you. We are here to help you. You see,
Help me, why?
We know who your mama is.
My mom? She's here?
Yeah, of course she's here, and we would like to take you to her.
She looks around. How does she see Triyina?
I am tearing across that courtyard, pushing people out of the way. I trip over a henfolk.
Goes toppling.
Shouting.
Hey! She tears off towards you and rushes towards her mother. She slams all of her weight into your body and receives your embrace as her small little roots pluck from the ground. You lift her up and small little dust and soil drips down at your feet.
Oh my gosh, you got so big. I didn't think I was gone that long. And are you speaking full sentences now? This is incredible. I'm so sorry.
Mama, those people are chasing me.
Yeah, I know. I told them to chase you because I wanted to find you without finding your father. He's not around, is he?
Oh, no.
Oh,
He's
thank
at home.
goodness. Great. We need to have a talk, you and I.
Okay.
Well,
Prince of Autumn and Twilight is just sobbing in the corner holding his swan.
so Triyina sits her down. Let's go somewhere a little quieter. She's gonna pull her off to the side between a couple buildings. Samoon, Bertie, you can come if you want.
I reach down and scoop up all of Aramonte's belongings and just kind of use the hem of my robe to just kind of put it in and bring him over to. It is nice to meet you, Aramonte. I brought your stuff back for you too.
Oh,
Aramonte.
yes.
This is my good friend Samoon and
Hello,
my good
Samoon.
friend Bertie. This would be Uncle Samoon and Aunt Bertie to you.
Hello. Oh, like Uncle Sterling and Uncle Hawkins.
Her smile drops. Yep, just like them. Hey, you stay away from that Sterling. He puts herbs in bags.
No, he's taught me how to breathe underwater.
What?
Yes,
Why
we
were
went
you
swimming in the Mavi Ocean. We were under a dungeon.
You what?
It was wonderful.
But, why were you?
Papa's not a good swimmer.
Yeah, he isn't built for it quite at all. That big broad chest and yeah. Anyways. Wow. Okay. Well, it sounds like you've been having a lot of fun. Do you like your father?
Yes.
Oh,
She
good.
looks at you, confused.
I don't know if you remember, Aramonte, but I always told you that we had to be careful when we were together because someone was looking for me and would take you away from me if she knew about you. Do you remember that?
Yes. She looks at Bertie suspiciously.
Bertie's kind of looking up at the sky, whistling a song.
Oh. Look, so I have an opportunity. That man over there, point to the Prince of Autumn and his swan. He's gonna make a home for us where we'll be safe forever. But I want to go, but I don't want to take you if you don't want to go.
Bald Top is safe.
I look to the blown out building. Yeah, are you... How did you end up in the Mavi Ocean? Was it beach day?
No, we were... She looks at you for your approval. We did go on the beach. It wasn't that bad. We just went exploring in the dungeons. The lower levels of the library.
Oh.
Where I know you don't like them, the dead trees.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
She looks nervously at the book that she's picked
it's okay.
up. I use it only for magic.
It's okay, honey. It's okay.
Look, I learned Fireball. You want to see?
You learn what?
Yes, I can do it. It's very cool.
I want to see.
She looks around at the people gathering in the courtyard. She looks around at buildings. I have to go into a field, or I go to the cliffside.
You know what? Let's just not cast Fireball in here.
Okay.
Is it a big fire?
It's
like a big fireball?
big, yes, very big.
You have to be careful. You could burn yourself. We're very flammable.
Ooh. As you say that, the pride on her face at identifying with you. You see her grow in size, her roots become thicker. She sheds those little spindly roots and they clutter to the ground to be forgotten forever in the soil of Baldtop. Her petals kind of rustle and blossom as if she's receiving sunlight.
Did you guys see that? Samoon, she just grew right before our eyes. I'm gonna give her another hug. I am so proud of you, but you get to have a choice that I didn't have on where you want to live.
Where do you want to live? Why can't you stay here?
Because someone very bad is looking for me. And when she finds me, she'll take you away from me.
Papa can punch ghosts.
Hey, I've punched a ghost.
Why?
Uncle Sterling can speak with demons.
What?
Nope, I can't do that.
And Uncle Hawkins, he doesn't know I know, but he has a shadow.
Wow.
And he can electrocute things with their hands.
I'm really glad that they like you.
And
but they also
Mama.
might not like me. Yes?
I can cast Fireball. She's suddenly aware of Samoon and Bertie. And then she tries with as much politeness as possible. Can you do superpowers too?
Have you have you seen a book around here called The Superfly?
No.
Well, I've only seen a little bit of the book, but he is a person who can fly, and I can kind of do that.
Fly.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at Bertie, and you.
I'm gonna just charge
You're
my
like-
racers.
Ooh, wow. You can punch ghosts like Papa. Mama, I know you can't do all those things, but I won't let anyone hurt you.
Not. It's complicated, okay? There are just things that you don't understand right now. She looks down and sees that she's probably hurt her and just gets even more upset with herself. So you don't want to leave Baldtop? You don't want to leave your father?
She locks in. Quiet now. I don't know.
Okay. Well, stay here with Uncle Samoon and Aunt Bertie. Let me go talk to the Prince of Autumn.
By now, he's stopped crying. The swan is sleeping. He says, you did all right. Parenting is a mortal process. We don't learn it like the humans do.
Are you a parent?
I don't remember. Probably am. But like you, if I am, it was through magic. It was through some bizarre creation process. Some breach of protocol. I'm not trying to sympathize with you, but don't forget we're in a foreign world.
Aramonte doesn't want to leave her father and doesn't want to leave here. Could I have some time to think over my decision?
Take all the time you need.
I was going to ask for 24 hours, but I'll take that.
To be honest, Triyina, I don't care where you go. If you need a place to stay, I'm indebted to you. If you want a better place to stay, here might be as good as any. Your daughter's right. This is safe, but what is safe? Is Dreamland really safe?
Her face grows crestfallen as she thinks about it, and kind of that everything she put her hope in was taking Aramonte and going back to Dreamland in the Court of Autumn, and she's realizing that might not be what's best anymore. I just need to think about it, and I will. If I call, I think you'll come, right?
I'm not going anywhere. I'll stay here for a while until I hear from you.
Okay, don't try the hot beer. It's really bad.
Thanks for the tip.
All right, well, I won't take long to decide. I will let you know very soon. I just need to get to know Aramonte a little. She's grown up so fast. They grow so quickly. I literally blinked and she grew. Like, I've always heard that saying, you blink and they grow up so fast and you miss it. It literally happened right before my eyes. She has little feet now.
Sweet dreams, Triyina.
Thank you. And she's gonna curtsy to him. And then go back to Samoon and Bertie and Aramonte.
Samoon has just talking to Aramonte. Aramonte, would you like to partake of my superpower? And
Yes?
okay, put your arms out like this.
Two
And,
little flower stems extend and grow into little spines.
I'm gonna grab her at her waist, and then I'm gonna cast levitate on both of us. And she's like, as she like looks up and like gets that surreal feeling, be like, see, now we are flying like the superfly. And then I'm just going to like slowly let her go as she's like lost in the moment. And then I'm just going to cast levitate on her and kind of glide her around in a big circle and then slowly bring her back down.
Enjoying the submission of the ride and the fun. You can see her face lighting up, experiencing flight. She goes towards the ground. Mom, did you see that?
Yeah, look at you go. But you're gonna be safe and careful, right, Samoon? Be
Oh, yes,
careful.
yes. I've got her no worries.
Okay, just she's going kind of fast. Just okay. Yeah, everything's fine.
Really? Would you just relax? I got this. I saved you, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
He just laughs and kind of just glides her around a few more feet and then gently lands her on, I guess, like a colonnade or like a low wall.
Again?
Oh no, little one. I'm afraid that my abilities to do that are quite limited for a time, but perhaps another day. Did you have fun though? You are like the superfly.
Yeah, that was fun. That was
How big is Aramonte?
about 2 feet tall.
How much does she weigh?
20 pounds.
I
Size of a
think
stick.
Mage Hand only lifts 10 pounds, doesn't it? Okay.
Yeah,
never mind.
yeah.
I was gonna lift her on a little ride, but that's fine.
Make a mom check.
A mom check.
15 or higher Arcana.
Let's do
Mhm.
intelligence. 7. I'm not gonna try.
You know you can't.
Yes, as I say. If I tried, it wouldn't go far. I'm not gonna hurt her. She's just what I need for her to run back to her dad saying, Mom showed up and now I'm cut on the knees. My brand new knees scraped up because of Mom. In fact, Aramonte, maybe don't tell your father that I'm here. It can be our secret.
Why not?
I don't know that I'm ready to talk to him yet. Or maybe I should talk to him? Oh my
Wait.
gosh, I don't know what I want right now. I think I want a hot beer.
Bertie, how do you conclude this time?
Bertie is watching the interaction between Triyina and her daughter, and she's getting a little bit emotional. And her mother spirit kind of comes up and sits like next to her, watching. And her mother spirit sort of inches closer to Triyina. And she just looks at Triyina and says, they grow up fast. Sometimes you have to sacrifice. But they're always a joy. And then she disappears.
And so for now, our story concludes. Well,
Excuse me while I wipe actual tears from my eyes.
that was absolutely incredible.
That was
Thank
very
you.
special.
Thank you, Ellen. That was the star. Every story comes to an ending, so for now we must conclude. I've got nothing more to say except Happy Mother's Day. A big thank you to all of our mothers, those who have gone before us, those who are with us, and those who are yet to come. And as always, Sojourner, may your story continue.